Today's D+16. On October 22nd, 1999, I woke up very sore, um, very scared, feeling completely alone. I was in my billet at Triple Army Medical Center in Hawaii. Um, the spinal tap the day before did not go well. As I mentioned yesterday, still probably the most painful event I've ever experienced physically. The next day was mentally and emotionally probably the most painful event I experienced up until that date. It was a battle that I was losing, very much so, and I just wanted the pain and the suffering to end, to stop. Had no idea how that was going to happen. So when you've got a sore and bruised body from a failed spinal tap attempt, your whole right side is numb and tingling. Your head is numb, tingling to the point that your vision is clouded over as MS creeps up my right side of my body. What do? I went and rented a car. I just went for a drive. And I drove up the main highway in Hawaii that cuts up right at the middle of Oahu. Didn't know why I wanted to go drive, didn't know what I was going to do, didn't know if I was coming back. Countless points along that ride, which by the way has some of the most magnificent scenery and overlooks with steep drop-offs, especially to go through the middle of the island. Countless times I drove past those steep drop-offs and had the thought that, if I just keep driving straight versus following the path, following the road turn, or if I just turn just a little bit slightly to the right, this is all going to be over. Don't know how many times I've thought that. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't do it. But that was the only thought in my mind for probably 2+ hours I spent in the car and driving up the island and then back and forth along the coastline and everything before I came back to try it again tomorrow, try it again the next day. Maybe I'd build up the courage to do something. And by something, I'll just say it out loud. Maybe I'd build up the courage to kill myself and this would all be over. Scary time, especially when I felt so alone and there was nothing I could do, no one I could turn to, no one I could reach out to for help. I felt that way. And there was nothing anyone could do to help me, to help ease this pain, to help ease these symptoms. I felt that way. Anyway, well, let me go and try it again tomorrow. I thought, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll build up the courage. Got a contact from an old army buddy, Paul Miles, and I'm not going to mention him. I'm going to see if this video clip gets back to him. But Paul was graduated 2 years ahead of me at West Point. We were in the same company, so I knew him very well. He was out of the army at that point, living in Hawaii, had stayed there, and knew I was in town, knew I was in Tripler. I'm not sure how that communication went and everything, and how we got the information in initial contact, but knew I was there. Wanted to invite me out on Friday. He was having a party with some friends. Okay, sure, I'll go. Had a fantastic time, and for probably 4 or 5 hours, did not think about my MS, did not think about the worsening conditions of my body, or the fact that there is not an answer yet. We don't have an answer yet. We're still going to try and ask more questions and do more tests. Didn't think about that. Didn't think about killing myself. Had a good time, had fun. Had some drinks, listened to some music, met some of his friends, and nothing else discussed except for the fact that he was there when I needed someone, when I needed something. You look back on moments that saved your life, and that's probably definitely one of them. Not sure how deep I went down that rabbit hole, but Paul pulled me out, whether he knew it or not. So at the end of the day, I went back and okay, well, we'll play this game for a while. We'll see what the Army can accomplish, what the doctors can do, what they can find out. And I'm not sure I would say I was excited or invigorated by my prospects, but I did not want to kill myself anymore. As a matter of fact, when I got back, did some research and wanted to have some fun and enjoy my Saturday in Hawaii and do some touristy things. So I was putting together a plan there. In the Army they call that, or in the military they call that a buddy check. Ironically, or ironic to think about it, this week is Buddy Check Week, sponsored by the Department of Veterans Affairs. I was watching their YouTube session of their the Buddy Check Summit, which was going on this morning. If you're in the military, you know the concept. Buddy check, checking on your friends, checking on your peers, checking on your soldiers, checking on your leaders. It doesn't make a difference whether you're in the military or not. The same concept applies. If you know someone who's struggling with something, you don't need to know the details. You don't need to know where they're at, what's going to happen with them physically, mentally, emotionally. Just be there for them and help them out. If you're in a position where everything is lost, find someone. Find someone, they're out there, and they'll be your buddy check. Doesn't have to be a lifelong friend. Doesn't have to be someone you've known for many years. Doesn't have to be someone you have a real close personal connection with, professional connection. Doesn't have to be someone you know at all. If there's someone out there reading this and they need a buddy check and they don't have anyone to contact, drop me a line. Check out my contact information on all social media and reach out there. The only way we're going to get through this is together, regardless of what we're going through. The only way it's going to get better is if we work on it together. Can't do this alone. I could not have done that alone. I could not have gone that weekend. I'm not sure if I could have made it through the rest of that day alone. So I had my buddy check. I had the first of many saviors in my life, in my MS experience, my MS adventures. So I'm grateful for that. This goes beyond MS. This goes beyond the debilitating effects of multiple sclerosis. This goes everywhere, every physical, mental, emotional issue someone may be going through. If you have someone out there, if you know someone out there, if you are someone out there who needs help, reach out. Look at the buddy checks. And always remember, never stop, never quit.